for the cores. For me, it's just the big picture. Do they execute? Like, can they find ways of winning the map and starting fights? And will OG be bled out of the lanes too hard and not be able to stabilize at all and play the game? It is gonna be a boxy IO, so probably an IO Razor lane in the making here.
Okay.
Which is definitely something that OG don't deal with very well. Like, they actually have no lane that beats that. So that lane I'm expecting Razor to win handily. If it's Bloodseeker plus Bane against Doom, I'm going to say Doom Techies, great lane for Bloodseeker. They don't pressure him very much. They don't have enough burst damage to kill him, so he can just sustain that lane with Thirst. And then you have Lesh against Invoker, which I think is largely a draw. So honestly, Liquid probably going to win 2 out of 3 lanes here, and then we'll see if what that translates into afterwards.
See, smokes from both respective teams might actually run into each other here. The numbers are on the side of OG.
Yeah, I have really good first blood potential with these heroes.
Chu has not leveled anything yet, but they need the catch. Then Glimpse is certainly available.
Oh, it's Taiga on Techies, you're right.
What do you mean I'm right? I never said he was playing Techies.
No, it's just, I feel like every time OG play it, it's Chu. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's mostly been Chu playing Techies, but...
Oh...
All right, they find
Bombs available. Whirling axes onto 2. They're going to focus on Nisha. This would be a very big kill. They're going to get it very easily. And now the Glimpse used, but Boxy able to get the tether on the Mickey, so he will live. See how many bounties they can get out of this. It looks like it's still going to be split.
Yeah. That's usually the trade-off. I mean, if you smoke 5 heroes like this, you're never going to make it to the other 2, right? So...
Wait, can we go back to... Why did you say I was right about the Taiga? I never said...
Oh, they got 3. Okay, so it wasn't like, how to say, you were just mentioning Taiga hadn't, or that Taiga hadn't skilled yet on the Techies, and I was like, in my mind, the moment Techies was picked, I was like, this is true. So that's
You're right.
You're right. He hasn't skilled yet.
You've had some great potential voice lines already today. I really like that. Okay, the Glimpse in place is Chu. Might be taken out here, but he gets to the other tree line, Yuragi.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard lane for OG.
Yes, it is.
For sure. So it wasn't the IO Razor. They play the Razor Bane instead, which also doesn't have the synergy that it used to, where you could Nightmare and get a full drain off and then start chasing, because obviously after Static Link was changed to auto attack, if you Nightmare into drain, the Nightmare gets broken and Razor sleeps. So... Well, that doesn't really work anymore.
You can still use it to position better for the the drain, right?
And then you can take it off. Yeah.
It doesn't Nightmare you, right?
It Nightmares the Razor when he starts attacking the Nightmare target.
Even through the static link.
Yeah, it's still an attack, right? So he should sleep. But you can just take it off instantly, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not stunned, you just remove it.
So bot lane,
good start mid for Nisha as well.
The Mickey Bloodseeker with Boxy Io versus Taiga Techies and DM Doom. We'll see what his build ends up being, since we did see the position 1 variation from Arteezy. But I assume Midas will be on the menu at some point. As top lane, we're going to have a drain from Zai, but he's taking heavy damage from Yuragi. One more right click will do it. Chu actually gets credit via the Thunder Strike, and he's not even going to die for his transgression, so... Nicely done for OG.
That is really good news for OG. Like, this kill is actually so massive because this is a lane that they should be unfavored in, but getting this bit of a head start is very helpful, and it makes you wonder, how come Liquid chose to lane like this instead of putting the IO with the Razor, which I feel like was the obvious choice? I think then Razor just flat out can't die in this lane, but maybe there's something I'm unaware of that they were looking to accomplish like this. Because I feel like Bloodseeker doesn't need the sustain of IO against this matchup. I think he's just going to free farm regardless, right? So... Bane, obviously the more aggressive hero of the 2, but playing together with Razor is something IO is very adept at.
And we can see Taiga and Boxy fighting over this wave that was pulled. Sticky Bomb comes out, but not really going to connect on anything other than creeps. And they're going to have to dive a bit to try to get some last hits, because the lane has just... the equilibrium has changed. This is the new patch, of course. Just spawns between the tier 2 and the tier 1. The leak onto the 7.33 notes to come. But Yuragi... Okay, so from a troll's perspective, Cinderin, what is the item build these days? Is it Battle
Oh.
Fury still? Do you need the farming mechanism?
Yeah, so most trolls we've seen have just gone Battle Fury into BKB and some sort of either Manta or Sanjin Yasha or something like that, some move speed. I don't know if you itemize differently because you're against Razor. Might see a glimpse here from Chu. Nope, not gonna go for it. Not sure if that's the... I mean, you kind of have to get a farming item, right? Like, you can't... You absolutely have to get minimum Maelstrom, but I think he still goes for a Fury this game. We'll see. He's gonna get drained off now.
Yep.
Struggled to
Will be
last
sent
hit.
back. Taiga, in the meantime, getting chased by Boxy in the jungle, but no kill will come from this. Just being annoying. In mid lane, we have the cold snap onto Nisha. He's going to get completely drained thanks to the EMP. BZM will get
Meteor Hammer build
rune.
coming out for BZM.
Yep. What are your thoughts on that item as looks like DM is taking heavy damage? Nice blocks from Boxy to ensure that the Blood Right connects. You know, Disruptor in the top lane goes down, but DM looks like he'll be fine. He was turning on Liquid as well.
What do I
Mid
think about
lane,
Meteor Hammer?
you're going to have to hold your horses, Cinderin, because there's a horse
Holding
mid
them?
that might be dead. No mana for Nisha, but able to maneuver out of the arms of Taiga. But yeah, Meteor Hammer in general as an item, now that it's been buffed. Your thoughts on it?
It's nice to see it again. I don't know how crazy the item is. Like, the teams so far in this tournament haven't really been building it, so I can't say it's broken. It's fine. I think in its current form, it's a bit more viable. The half-second less cast time was a really big improvement for a lot of heroes to run it, but I know it's trendy to hate on Hammer right now, but I don't really mind it that much, to be honest.
It wouldn't surprise me anymore.
Alright. Do you hate it? Do you hate it when
course.
Lion bites Meteor Hammer?
Then he has
so many
every
stunts to set it
mechanic in
up.
the game. Anisha getting some help from Boxy in the mid lane, so still has a couple charges on his bottle. The 6-minute rune's going to be, it seems like it's going to be pretty important. Bottom lane, though,
pressure onto
Mickey,
Mickey here.
sticky bomb, and that's a nice initiation from that blast off, as I think DM wants to continue to pursue Mickey in the trees.
He's so
Uses
fast,
the phase
man.
boots to go right through Taiga, and he might just be fine. But he's
gonna
going to
need
miss
some
a
help.
lot of
He's
XP.
getting zoned from so much experience here.
Yeah.
Finally, help arrives through Boxy.
They have a ward, so they know he's in this area, but yeah, he missed probably about half a wave, I want to say.
Yeah, and he's been having a blast down here. Obviously, this lane matchup is very good for him, but if Io leaves, there is potential to pressure
Oh,
him.
Nisha, he got lucky on the rune. It's a haste, so he's heading bottom now. Net himself a
DM's dead
kill.
already.
Yep, as the Disruptor dies in the top lane, but DM, he will drop, and it will be to Nisha's Pulse Nova.
Looking for Taiga, who ran left. He might find him now, because he's going to look for the rune himself, Nisha is, and now
The haste
Taiga
is
has
still
to hit
there.
a good blast off here, and he will.
Oh, all right. Oh,
Wait,
he's stuck.
ugh.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
He didn't jump
They'll
to
get
the low
away.
ground, but he's okay.
Calculated.
Look at that CS scoreline on this Bloodseeker, despite losing a full wave. 36 and 18
Not bad.
on Mickey. So many denies. The Doom getting drastically underleveled here.
Don't worry, the
DM
Midas will help
level
with that.
4.5.
Top lane, though, Insania, he got glimpsed back, but the support from Zai. Not going to be able to pursue any further. And speaking of Zai, his how's his farm doing right now?
It's okay. He has the same as the Troll, which, again, I thought they were going to do slightly better in this lane at least, but the first kill that Yuragi got was very helpful to getting him fast phase boots, and that helps so much against the Razor to offset the strength of this lane. Seeing a Nightmare.
Yuragi-
Taiga's connecting top, and Xenia could be in trouble here.
Yeah, Blastoff is available inside the connect field. Connects onto two. Very nicely done. Sticky bomb to follow. Will likely go for Zai, and they'll get it, but Yuragi might pay the ultimate price. Oh, they do glimpse back the Lesh, but the kill comes nonetheless, so it's a 1-for-1. And it's a free trip back to...
Comes BZM.
It was actually in the fountain, so that's very unfortunate for Nisha. Yeah, BZM comes in. Insania
He's fine.
is actually going to live.
Yeah,
So
nice
wasted
brain set
effort
there. He
from
depletes
BZM.
his mana pool, so he takes no damage from the EMP. Oh, what
BZM
a
going
what
for
a
the,
beefy camp there for
yeah.
BZM.
That's nice.
That's juicy.
Oh, more for Yuragi, apparently.
Yeah. Zai tries
maybe
to
Zai.
steal, gets
No.
outranged, and now he might actually get in trouble. Oh no, he got
Yeah,
greedy.
sticky bomb. There's 4 members of OG here. Zai is mega dead. And that's after using a TP, so very sad death for him. But Nisha still
They
wants
still
to
have
fight.
glimpse here.
Coming in from the low ground.
could just send him
BZM
away.
gonna run right into him. There's the glimpse. And like you said, Nisha untethers from Boxy as a result, and BZM finding enough distance, so he should be fine. The
They
Liquid
are
not able to get
relentless.
anything
They're
out of
running
this.
in 2v4.
There's a Lesh, very scary. I saw this creature running at me, I'd be quite scared as well. Oh, Tornado just barely misses.
Man, it's so good for DM that he has the Chain Lightning Harpy creep devoured. He's getting last hits against Bloodseeker from range, basically bottom.
Yeah, and he actually got an early
soon.
War Stomp as well, so see if he sticks with that the rest of the game.
Yeah, more than likely.
I mean, it's not that good until you get Blink, of course,
Right.
but then when you get the Blink, you can't find the freaking creep anywhere, right?
Yeah, so just save it the
that's
whole
just how it
game
goes.
for that
Yeah,
moment.
that's what I do. Grip in the mid lane, BZM. It's going to be a full duration. That's going to set up Nisha Split Earth, an easy pickoff for Liquid. My goodness.
Well, and with these levels on Insania already, that means the Tome will go to the IO, so in 20 seconds Relocate will unlock for Team Liquid as well. And that's when things start getting a little bit dicey for OG. You have to be really careful with how you let Bane set up on side lanes. You have to have Disruptor ready to glimpse out the Lash. But at the same time, it also means you can set up some cool baits, because the way that Liquid are going to use Relocate is extremely telegraphed, right? There's like one play, more or less. I guess you could Rupture Relocate as well, but the Bane one will definitely be what you're looking at for the most part. Bottom lane, they find,
Bottom lane,
oh my god,
Meteor
they dump
Hammer
everything onto
into
him.
the Doom. Can they get the deny? Zai, not even going to try for it, apparently.
Can't.
And DM is just going to... Oh, yeah, he's static linking. That's true.
Oh wait,
And
you
you can't
can, right? You
cancel
can
that
still hit
yourself.
allies while you link? I'm actually not sure.
I don't know. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it is Zai after all. DM officially gets his Midas, so 10.5 minutes with brown boots. Probably not as fast as he would have liked, but the catch-up now begins for him.
It's so weird to look at the CS of this game right now, though. Like, look at that. Lesh and Bloodseeker are dwarfing OG hard. But Razor's game is bad enough that it's still pretty even overall. So Zai will have to find a way to build himself a game. I mean, so far, with the other two cores doing this well, he's probably going to get some breathing room. DM. Good stomp!
Yeah.
That's probably dead Boxy.
Boxy and Nisha in their tracks. Boxy looks to be dead. Nice glimpse back onto Nisha. Do they enough damage to actually follows up? Yuragi comes to play as well, and yes, indeed they do.
Great punish.
OG. Yuragi can use that fervor on this tier 1 tower to do pretty damn heavy damage without a Lesh to worry about for 20 seconds. Already 12 stacks of the fervor level 4. Might be able to just take it outright.
He has to be careful with Bane posing aggressively here.
Sania
Still
with
great
Team
sequence
Grip
there
again.
for OG, for sure. Oh, Mickey. I get Ghost walked on.
And he gets the blood right off. Actually does connect onto BZM, but he's blocking
he's
very
in rupture
nicely.
now.
But into a sentry, so there's the rupture. But the tornado into the meteor hammer. EMP to follow. Boxy, though, is here to try to heal up his comrade, but he's stuck inside a static storm kinetic field. And Yuragi just rips him a new one.
OG
With
are
the
playing a
help of
really
choose
great
right
game
click.
so far, I have to say. Given how,
Yeah.
once again, their lane matchups on paper were going to be really rough. And they have suffered, but they keep finding good plays to keep this game hanging in the balance for now.
Well, they might run into each other here in the triangle. Never mind. Sania will rethink his positioning. BZM will be going for the Spirit Vessel next. Big surprise. Bloodstone. Is there any other type of build? Or is it just peak cutter as it gets?
There's a couple of items in Dota that are just like, you buy this item on one or two heroes and nobody else does. And this is one of them.
What's the second hero that buys Bloodstone?
You sometimes see it as a late item on
Ooh,
Tinker or
the
Storm.
grip set up by the nice
Zeus.
Tumbler's toy. Okay, Yuragi he does have his
stick
ult. He's
ult.
gonna use it, but of course now control of his hero. Very cool design, but there's the blast off and Doom onto the Lesh Nisha and the Meteor Hammer onto 2. Can they get the deny? Will they be able to even try? And yes, Boxy right clicks it, so no gold for OG. The troll died as well, and will follow. Great turnaround from Liquid. They lose Nisha, they get several here response.
Yeah, and the Nisha kill was even a deny,
pursued.
so they got nothing.
Yep, Static Storm into the kinetic field. BZM still invisible here, but they don't have enough to potentially get this kill. But Insania showing himself. Cold Snap is going to be a very easy kill here for BZM. But Boxy attempting to TP out. Yuragi, yeah, we'll be able to get the cancel. So good support kills for OG here.
But Zai was not involved in any of this, right? So he's getting some much-needed space. That's a big win for Liquid, especially the deny on Lesh is huge, because that would have been so much for Doom, getting that experience in gold. I think Doom was he dead already when he would have... No, he died after, so Doom would have got the experience for the Lesh kill, which would have been massive, but now ends up getting absolutely nothing out of that himself. The team ends up trading okay-ish in the end, but Liquid definitely coming out ahead in that one. Just a nice setup, and this is what their heroes do when they come together. Like, even if it's only the 4 of them, just IO Lesh right now is incredibly potent. And the Bane setups were enough.
Yeah, Insania's been playing quite well on the Bane Elemental. That doesn't get picked all too often these days. Chu runs into Zai, who's out of mana right now, just been farming in this area for the last few minutes. Like he'll get the ward off, no problem though. And Zai rushing a BKB, so just a recipe away now. Mickey in the meantime working on the BKB as well. So those will align pretty perfectly with the Bloodstone already being intact for Nisha. So we'll see what kind of movement they want to make here. Yuragi in the meantime, not quite done with the Battle Fury yet, so definitely falling a bit behind, but 300 gold will finish it. And even when you get the Battle Fury, obviously you don't want to fight yet. And with Liquid's lineup being so aggressive, it's going to be, I feel like, a bit difficult for OG to try to defend against all of that. But we'll see.
Yeah, he'll definitely need time. And the tricky part is BKBs are going to start rolling out somewhat soon, right? So the Bloodseeker is close to his, Razor is close to his. They've obviously...
I just said that, for God's sake,
yeah,
Sodrin.
I'll say it again. It's
I agree.
It's really important. Like, as soon as OG have to fight into these, I don't actually know how you play the map for a little bit. Like, maybe you can resort to some sort of split pushing and trying to get some tower damage with the Meteor Hammer and kiting around, but more than likely you're going to need to tank some support deaths to break smokes for your cores that will need time to kite things out. And playing Dota like that is always going to be difficult, so...
Look
out for those BKB shit.
Yeah. I'll mention them in a few minutes.
Good. Then I'll say I already said
it. Yep. Really appreciate you showing up for this cast today.
Oh,
definitely.
All right.
Definitely enjoying myself. 2K lead here for Liquid, as we have a 2-man smoke on the top side from OG, but not going to come to fruition. Yeah, it does look like Liquid is just waiting for these big items before they get a little bit more aggressive. But from OG side, DM looks like he's actually done with the BKB, so no Blink Dagger quite yet. That'll likely be the next one, or the next item for him. We already talked about the Troll has the Battle Fury. He's going for Yasha. So is that going to be for the status? Is this Sane Yasha?
I guess in this game you don't actually buy BKB. Because you're going to get grip through it, you're going to get ruptured through it, and sure, you can mitigate a lot of Lesh damage, but that's pretty much it, right? So you might just be better off just building up tons of stats like Sanjin Yasha Scotty or something like that, and just getting... Let's go in, smoking in here.
Oh, they're going high ground. Nisha pops his Bloodstone already. BZM. Oh, that's a nice Static Storm. Basically just on the Nisha, and a great initiation from Taiga again. But
great
relocated.
NATO.
Is that canceled? Indeed it is. Nisha is dead. Now the Doom applied to Mickey, but he's extremely fast. Can just try to right-click through it. DM attempting to TP out will be successful, but the grip will be reserved for BZM. So at the very least, Liquid gets something, the support and the mid for their mid. Pretty even fight, though, in the end, despite the BKBs being in favor of Liquid.
OG were so ready for that, and still, just this Lesh IO combination takes everything out of them. And sure, they do kill him in the end, but Nisha did a lot of damage there. He did most damage in his team. Despite dying and being frontline. Just they had to endure all of that burn. Might find Mickey here, Yuragi.
Go on him here. That needs a net. There's a TP
blast
coming
off
in.
shard ready for Taiga.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty early one. Nice.
But
Stun is available. And looks like Liquid are gonna try to pursue instead now, but yeah, the mines are gonna scout it out for them. Your thoughts on current techies, by the way? I know you used to hate the old version, but this one, it feels like a regular hero, much to Slax's chagrin.
it's a better design than the old one, to be sure. Not a huge fan, but better.
Really? What bothers you about this techies?
I mean, proximity mines are still annoying, but it's...
Oh, it's just because of it's annoying? I mean, there's other heroes that you don't like more.
Why do you not like
I'd rather
Lion?
Arc
Isn't
Warden.
it just because he's annoying?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
But you're a robot. I didn't think robots could be annoyed.
I'm a new kind of build.
Yeah, apparently. A lot of bugs. Gotta figure those out. Up. OG.
Relo from
Gonna be able to
Boxy.
get the jump here. Yep. Shoot. Gonna have to use a static storm as BZM attempting to run away. Looks like he might be fine, but top lane did have some action, but doesn't come into anything. Mickey did pop the BKB already. Zai shows up with his newly picked up BKB. So across the board, 2 separate ganks and 2 separate supports dead.
Yep. Nisha's gonna have his BKB arrive now as well, and an Arcane Rune.
Oh,
So
how
really
nice.
strong timing coming up now for Liquid. If they want to wait for Mickey's BKB, they'll have to wait a minute, but it's this is a problem for OG, because now you especially when Lesh gets this dagger, which I think is just the perfect choice from Nisha this game. He's gonna jump in, pop all his stuff and BKB and just go at them, and the only solution they have is to doom him and run away. Because he's gonna be too tanky together with the IO, he's gonna be able to sustain all their damage. So it's gonna be one of those like really tricky situations where you kinda have to disengage and weather the storm, but can you actually do that against this Lesh? And if he starts doing some damage, as we talked about in the draft, the Bloodseeker is just going to come rolling in with 1,000 move speed. So tough times ahead for OG. They might find Boxy here, though. This would be a good start for them.
Gonna tether to the other side.
No glimpse
And-
range.
For all of that, again, kind of a stalemate, although Liquid want to go in. Blink Dagger now available on DM. As McField will spot him. Now the BKB popped by Zai. DM trying to outrun it. He's getting slowed by the Lightning Storm, though. Pops his BKB finally. That'll kind of break that little section up, but Taiga jumps in. Not really able to connect the blast off successfully. Instead, it's going to be set up for Nisha to take him out in turn. Rupture applied to Chu as Mickey come to play. So that's BKB. Doesn't really need to use it. Gets glimpse back, and he'll be happy with that. So Liquid get 2, and they're trying to do some damage to the tier 2 tower. The wave has not fully connected, though. And keep in mind, Yuragi was not even a part of this, so he's continuing to
he can't
try to
be.
get that BKB.
So he is going BKB after all. He went Yasha BKB. It's tough. I feel like there's just no truly good item build for Troll this game. So he is covering himself against the Lesh, but now he's gonna struggle against Static Link, Grip, Rupture.
Isn't
Yes.
this... Would this be a rare Troll Lincoln's game?
That's what I was
Eventually?
thinking, like Sanj, Yasha, Scotty, Lincolns, this kind of stuff. But even Lincolns, like, there's still problems, right? You're still gonna get broken. And
Yeah.
I'll find Insania here. Looks like we'll killed by the troll.
Eventually, he's making them work for it. And this is going to be a stupid question for people that haven't played Dota from many years ago. But I'm assuming that Static Link is blocked by Lincolns now, right? Because it used to not be.
Yes.
Okay. I remember you used to be able to ground target Static Link, but even when you clicked them back in the day, Lincolns
Right.
would not block it. Have a weird interaction.
And now it does, but as we already mentioned, right, even if you get the Lincolns, there's other problems. And you're playing into Bane with Lens, so Enfeeble has so long cast range that Lincolns might just get broken very early on in the fight, and then you're not safe anyway. So maybe he needs, I don't know, does he need both and then a ton of stats? It's like,
I think he needs another hero. Maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking
Sounds
that too. It's quite a hill to climb with itemization in this game. I mean, Uragi's doing a pretty good job, but I just think inherently it's a really hard game for his hero.
Yeah, I think you just have to finish the S and Y and just kind of deal with everything. Just use that status resistance the best you can. Oh, the BKB's online now. Let's see if they make a move. Speaking of moves, though, Liquid smoke up. Misha has yet to use that BKB that he's had for a couple minutes now. OG's feels like they're sniffing this out a bit. BZM breaks the smoke. Okay, he's going to be spotted. But there's the jump in from. DM gets the Doom off successfully onto Misha. Trying to apply as much pressure as they can as BZM was pursued by Zai, but now he has to try to run away. Misha is just getting targeted horribly. Beautifully done from OG. They lose their Invoker, though, but they get 2 cores in turn. Iragi attempting to TP out will be fine. Chu, not so much. So 2 for 3, favor going to OG.
Is it better with more heroes die, or?
I think so.
Okay, wow. Good fight for OG then.
I mean, they
Happy
lost
trade.
2 supports, 1 core, and they got 2 cores.
That's
like,
pretty
come
good.
on.
Worth keeping in mind about that fight, it was a 4v5 until the end. Mickey was showing top, which enabled Liquid to make this move. It's way less suspicious that they're going for something with the carry showing top, but obviously the trade-off is if a full-on teamfight breaks out, you are outnumbered. Mickey does show up in the end for a bit of cleanup. They did manage to find a way to kill the Lesh again. They doomed him before he BKB'd, and then they just piled everything onto him, so nicely done there by DM. It goes to show how hard this is for OG. Like, they really need to nail things, and even in a 4v5, they're still in trouble. So gotta keep that performance up.
So, you can see the jump on to Insania. Looks to be an easy one for OG. Okay. Team Liquid, despite losing a member, will be going for the Roche, but it's going to be scouted out by the Sunstrike, but we can see on the minimap, OG are not that close. And yeah, without a Doom, do they even try to contest? They're going to be scouted out as well, though. The scan. And Roche is actually out of the pit, and he still has a decent amount of HP left as a DD spawn.
Oh, damn it.
Oh boy, Mickey redoubling his efforts now, no pun intended, onto Roche as Zai, creating a good amount of space, and that's enough for Liquid to secure the Aegis. But might cost him his life, and yeah, he just gets obliterated, but Boxy comes in with the ult, Taiga taking the brunt of the damage for the time being, and they're going to find BZM as well. So 2 quick kills for Liquid after they secure the Roche.
Yeah, Zai got caught off guard there by the Doom again. This time it wasn't the spell Doom, but he just got stomped into full-on chain-stun burst. But again, every time Liquid has an engage that doesn't look too great, they still get a decent trade out of it, right? Like, getting the Techie's Invoker for that is fine. And Zai doesn't mind giving up his life for trades in this game. He is not... He's like the tertiary core of this lineup. He's given way less priority, and it doesn't actually matter that he's that big as long as he gets his key job done in the big fights, which is Link the Troll. He can do that and stay alive for 10 seconds. He can die after. Doesn't matter.
Well, Iragi gets a bit lucky. Titan Sliver drops, so that's 12% status resist. That's probably the most notable part of that for this game, considering what he's going up against. And he actually will be going Lincolns, by the way. We talked that to death.
Yeah.
And he is opting for it anyway.
Yeah, if he has the BKB, it offers some protection, because then the Enfeeble won't be able to break it at first. There's still enough piercing things, but...
Do you think they have enough damage? So we've seen this, like, so many times on other heroes, like Weaver, for example, back in the day, where if you have to get BKB and Lincoln, you're just going to lose. You're not doing any damage. Do they have enough damage outside of Troll, do you think?
I think that's a fair concern, right? Like, the Invoker has obviously transitioned into max out Exort, so he has good damage, and you have the Doom, who's like an X-Factor in that regard, but Yeah, I'm a little bit worried as well about his output. We're gonna lose Taiga here.
Ooh, right before the disarm came out. Ooh. Oh wait, Chu doesn't have the glimpse anyway, but they actually come back with Mickey. All right, he gets the rupture onto DM. They actually want to fight on the doorsteps of OG's base, and they're bashing Yuragi into oblivion. And DM still has his ult available, but obviously doesn't want to use it.
Dude,
as they're just getting completely wiped outside of BZM.
That is such a sexy play, man. That's like... Alright, he's gonna get sunstruck, so at least... But
the
like...
Cinder and Curse lives on. Yeah.
It was just... That was just so good from Liquid. Like, okay, so one thing is that they pull that off, but it's about how short time they have to set this whole play up and get the idea. So Boxy's going back. He's relocating, and then he TP's back to bring in the Bloodseeker 1 second later and set up this fight for themselves and probably get themselves a lane of racks. And it was completely unexpected for OG. Nice BKB there from Nisha.
So fast reaction, my goodness.
That was just... That's my favorite play of the day and of the tournament that we've cast, I think. This IO play was super, super good from Boxy. Just, beautifully done. Just such a short amount of time to do such a high impact play, and they pull it off beautifully. OG were completely unaware that this was even a possibility with Chu setting that up.
Silver lining for OGs, they did not lose racks, but they did lose the tier 3 and a lot of map control now. And the Aegis is still there. I feel like that was forever ago, but still a minute and a half left for Nisha.
Yeah. They could try to find a fight with it still, maybe. He opted not to go for the dagger that I really liked. I would still love to see him do that, but it seems like Hex is the go-to now, or Linken's against the Doom, one or the other. So Insania will get caught here, so this is probably going to mean they don't get to use their Aegis at this point.
Well, they got 20 seconds discrepancy between the two. They do have
level
outpost
17 on IO.
Yeah, not bad. Not
Classic IO Lesh game. What can you say?
17 assists. Pretty good. 17 assists out of the 24 kills.
Yep. And 0 kills. It's the kind of IO you want.
Yeah, don't steal my kills, bro. So Mickey...
Yuragi showing his Linken's.
Yeah, Mickey is also building a Linken's, it looks like, so... Lots of Linken's this game.
DM will eventually have to buy Ags in this game to try to combat this problem.
Yeah, that's fair. He's going for Octarine first.
Yeah, pretty standard, but he is going to struggle to find targets. If Lesh uses BKB and he has Linken's... Oh wait, never mind, he's getting the Hex first. Is he? He's coming out? Alright, Hex on the way.
He fakes the Doom to force the BKB from Zai. Very nicely done. As Chu using the Ogre Seal Totem to buy himself some space. Nice static storm. Disruptor's going to be the first to fall though. As the Doom applied to the Bloodseeker, but he's just gonna right click, and the grip again just destroys Troll Warlord. BM nightmared, and this might be the end of game number 1. At the very least, they'll get 2. Well, actually, there's still a tier 2. There's still a tier 2 mid. There's a tier 1 bot, so
yeah,
only 1 set of racks actually. This is gonna be an uphill battle for OG.
For sure, and not only, I mean, there's just so much time now, right? Liquid are gonna push out all the lanes. They have a full minute on Troll. So they can definitely get complete control. They now get an Arcane Rune on the Lesh, so could be looking for more. And they will get the mid-tier 2 as well if they want to. So looks like they're a little bit timid about this, actually. Considering Doom and Troll are dead, I think they could play with more confidence up here, but just prioritizing pushing out all the waves first and not giving anything away here is Nisha. And obviously that's completely fine.
On the next Roche, we won't really know until about a minute and a half from now. And I would think that that's the next, maybe the time where Liquid will try to close the book on this game number 1, but OG, I think they'll have to contest that in some fashion. And the question is, do they have any items that are coming soon that will make a difference here? Yuragi working on Basher.
Doesn't really feel like it, right? Like, Doom
Octarine
is somewhat
is
close to Octarine. That's not going to be a huge difference maker in that single fight. Invoker, half a Lincoln's, Troll, half a Basher. It's not the biggest of deals, and here we go. Liquid now with that dagger picked up. Refresher on Razor, dagger on Nisha's Lesh. This fight is insanely hard for OG to win. And they have to win it. If Uragi dies again here and doesn't have buyback, then, oh boy, he is...
Gleipnir, alright, Uragi.
Got the Lincolns off on the Rupture.
Taiga gets sheep though, he's done. And Zai actually pops a premature BKB, pops a refresher as well. And they'll get the second support in all likelihood, the Static Storm placed just because he's going to die. 45 seconds on the deck, basically for both supports. As Zai will live through this engagement. Meanwhile, top lane we see the relocate, but the IO is going to be the one to fall, along with BZM, of course, so it's a great trade for Liquid as DM looks to be next on the list. Liquid just getting everything that they want. They're all over the map. And OG just feels like there's no light at the end of this tunnel.
Funny little situation there in mid, and Samia sleeps up one of the Forge Spirits, and BZM just keeps juggling the sleep between the two Forges for no reason. Well,
they're happy.
Whatever you can do to keep your APM up, I guess, while you're dead as Invoker is kind of your only option. It's going to be a mid-tier 2 dead as well, and Liquid Roche will spawn in a minute. Let's see if they want to wait, or if they're looking to knock on the front door here. I think they would be wise to not overextend. Like, there's 20 seconds on these respawns, and they know that Doom is still available because that wasn't used. Wisely, they will just choose to back off, push out bottom, keep the farm rolling for Nisha, and then get ready for Roche, and then probably end the game with that.
Is Aghanim Scepter common on Bane, Synderen? I know that Bane himself's not common, but that's what Insane is.
Yeah, it's pretty common. When you get that rich, this is the item on Bane. It's incredible. Because not only does your ult cooldown basically get cut in half, but you also get these two illusions that channel it. So if Bane himself gets stopped, the grip doesn't stop. So you have to find a way to control both Bane illusions and Bane himself on it. And the illusions only take 200% damage, so if you can't silence them or stun them, they take quite a while to kill. They have like 1k health. So
they pop the Lincolns onto Mickey. There's the stun coming out, but an instant hex onto Taiga. BKB's popped galore. Tekis is dead at the start of the fight. BM looks like he is ruptured and attempting to TP out. Very ambitious. BZM gets off a nice tornado with the zoning kinetic field. Goes in
the blink dust.
Immediately dusted. Deafening blast.
Let's take it out. Good wall.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty annoying to get through. So they'll re-engage into the mid lane. Double damage has spawned top. Roshan is available, so that just might be where they're headed.
Just such a well-oiled machine. It's really beautiful to watch Liquid play when they're at going on full steam like this. Just can't really put a finger on their play right now with what they're doing.
Gleipnir, Nisha, in the grip. We're seeing it there. Onto BZM. Looks like BZM's also ruptured, attempting to keep everybody away from him, but it's not going to happen. He's dead with no buyback. Ragi pops his ult. There's the stun coming out from the Techie, so they will get Mickey as Refresher is popped by Zai. Nisha pops the Blood Stun as well. And Zai actually getting very aggressive. Blinks in. Looks like they'll take out the Techies again. As Uragi
Halberd before TPing.
TP. And Zai, he's going to be the collateral here. As OG able to defend somewhat here.
Maybe I should just shut up. I'm like, it's so beautiful to watch them, and then...
just don't speak anymore, please.
Yeah, I feel like I have powers.
How can you use this to benefit you, though?
I don't know. I don't think it works when I want it to.
I see. Which is useless.
That's how every curse is, isn't it?
Yeah, but ooh, this is a very good play from OG.
Yeah, they're probably getting this, too, because Razor's dead for a minute. Bloodseeker doesn't want to buy back here, so... Okay.
Yeah.
Don't count them out just yet.
So Aegis and Shard will go to OG. Who takes the Shard? Will we see Rampage? Probably not. Techies already has it. DM already has it. Chu does not. That one's kind of meh. And Invoker does not. I mean, Chaos Meter's decent. We will see Rampage. But of course we won't see it actually cast because Every time we talk about this, it's never used, Cinderin. So Rampage, for those that don't know, grants all allied heroes a global bonus, which is based on the stance that Troll is in. So either you get status resist or attack speed. Now the caveat here, of course, is that it's 80-second cooldown. It's literally a longer cooldown than your ult. Why? I don't know. This could be a 30-second cooldown and not be remotely OP. Just saying.
I think it would be bought at that point.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly
I'm just
fine.
saying, like, that might...
I mean, would
that
you
might
have
make it
given that to
appealing.
him, though? Or would you have given it to Invoker? I mean, the Meteor upgrade is pretty good.
Rampage is kind of interesting here because of I think mainly the status assist for his teammates and for himself. It's an extra layer of protection against grip when he goes in. It can help them against the Lesh. I think it's decent. The attack speed part of it is not that great here, though. I don't think his teammates are going to thrive very much on getting the attack speed ones. It's okay on Invoker, but I think you're wise to just completely stay in melee form during the Rampage here and try to... If you look at the logo for Rampage, the icon...
That's great. They put a
That's how Troll feels about the cooldown being 80 seconds, actually. It's a meta comment.
They put in more time making that icon than they did designing the skill, I think. They definitely forgot about this one. Expecting big upgrades for this
OG
next
going
match.
for a ballsy move here. I like it. Trying to take the initiative with their Aegis. They have Abyssal Blade now picked up on Yuragi.
Indeed.
Doom with the Ags as well. This is huge, because now DM doesn't have to worry about the Linkens. He needs to worry about staying on top of the right targets. Okay. Nisha gonna run in first.
Okay.
Oh,
They don't
DM was
spot
thinking about
them.
it. He animation canceled the Doom on himself there. Has to be careful against reload, of course. That's the big problem that he cannot solve. The Boxy, if he's well positioned, can always reload and tether the targets out that Doom is on. Liquid are going to make their
Another
own smoke move now, wrapping around.
And wrapping back around to... Oh, DM's actually keeping it out, so... OG need to GTFO immediately, and they seem to be understanding that this may be happening, so doing a nice job here. And looks like Misha won't be able to find anything. Misha, by the way, has the overwhelming blink online now. Insania officially finished the Ags, so getting a full duration grip is not out of the question at all. Obviously, Tornado would have to be used, I feel like, to stop all three of them.
I think a well-placed Static Storm is big enough, probably, but it puts extra pressure on Chu's position. He's been canceling it quite well with Storms so far. Oh, Taiga's dead.
He is... Oh, that's a...
Oh, a little bit early on the blink there, but...
Okay. His fingers are just too fast, you know? As they're going to continue to try to chase as OG... Oh, that's a Rupture!
Got it off.
Yuragi can ult and just run away if he wants, but he's not going to attempt it right now. Okay, they're actually going to jump in. DM jumps in with the Aghanim Scepter Doom. Buyback not available on the techies, and DM just melts, and this is a disaster for OG. Yuragi takes the second Rupture now that Mickey is level 25. And he does have buyback, so see if they attempt another... Okay, that's a refresher, apparently, as BZM trying to stand his ground, but it's just too much to withstand. And just like that, I think the game has ended.
Game over.
Gracious.
You all died.
Pressure is strong.
Yeah, what an absolutely clean engage from Liquid. That was just completely perfect. They got everything they wanted. They get the Rupture onto the Troll. He doesn't have TP, so he can't get out. On his second life, they have a Refresher. They Rupture again. Mickey is level 26, so he has 4 Ruptures. And yeah, they're going to try to buy back here and fight the 2v5. Good luck, OG.
Yeah, good luck. Yuragi does have his BKB after all of that. He gets Sheep, though, and he is going to be brought down before he can even activate the golden item.
Didn't
GG
expect Grip to be ready, but it's a 55-second cooldown with that axe.
That'll do it for game number 1. Very entertaining game, though. OG played well, and Liquid just a little bit better. Able to capitalize. I mean, OG taking that second rush definitely made it more interesting, but the Troll... Man, I'm a Troll lover, believe it or not, Cinderin.
Okay.
Even though I talk a lot of shit about this hero.
You don't give off those vibes when you talk about it.
I know. I actually am a big fan of playing the hero.
Okay.
Every time I watch it played, it's like, you just pick a different hero. Like, it would just be better in most cases.
Yeah. There's been